Grajkowski, and today we are going to be talking about my new cookbook called Cooking with Kids. It is 101 easy, approachable recipes that kids can learn with their parents, and as they grow older, they will know how to make lots of different things from breakfast, lunch, dinner, sides, snacks, appetizers, and more. So today we are making a jicama mango salad. And this is really, really delicious. It's just got fresh produce of jicama, mango. We have a little bit of mint and a fresh squeeze of lime. And that's a really yummy, just refreshing salad that kids will love. And so do adults. And then we also have some bruschetta. And this was one of my favorite recipes as a kid. And so I just really wanted my kids to know how to make bruschetta too. And so this one just has tomato, garlic, a little bit of salt, basil, and all on a nice yummy toasted baguette. So let's go ahead and make both of these dishes, and we'll talk a little bit more about the cookbook. Let's first make the jicama mango salad, and then we'll make the bruschetta. Okay, so once your jicama is sliced in half, you can then cut it into nice thin pieces. You can do it together or separate however you want. I'm going to get a bowl for this. And we're just going to put those right in the bowl. And you can make these as thin or as thick as you'd like. I like them pretty thin because I feel like you get more that way. Yep, I'm even going to make it thinner than I thought. Okay. I'm just going to toss that in here for now. And now we're going to go ahead and slice open our mango. And I like to just slice the skin off first. And there's a few ways of cutting mangoes, but I've always found it easiest to just get the skin off and then slice it. These are nice, big, ripe mangoes. And if the kids need help with this, these are the kind of steps that you want to take to just help them as they're learning, because these can be difficult to cut too. But just go ahead and let them start with their kids' knives and see where they go with it. Okay, once the skin is off, you gotta kind of cut around the seed. I usually just cut until I hit that seed. Like those big chunks. Okay. And we'll see, most of that is still seed. If you can get any more off. There we go. Okay, so then you also want to cut these in nice long strips. And then we're just going to toss it right in there with the jicama. This one's a little fat, so you can cut it in half. And it just makes such a pretty, light little salad. Very refreshing for the summer, or right now even in the fall. Just want to finish chopping that to nice little slices. Okay, I'll put all those mangoes right in there with the jicama. Okay, and give it a nice good stir together. But you're also going to want to squeeze a lime in there, so just slice open a lime and squeeze that juice right over all of the jicama and mango. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Okay. And then to top it off, you're going to want to add a little bit of mint. And you toss these real quick so I have some room on my cutting board. Now I'm going to just grab a little bit of mint here. In the cookbook it says one bunch, so little bunches about whatever can fit in your hand. That'll work. And we're just going to chop, chop, chop until it's nice little pieces. And the kids can definitely chop mint with their kids' knives. Another trick is to roll up the mint so that it's easier to chop more at one time. Okay, now we're going to just take this and sprinkle it all over. Nice clean hands. I can just go ahead and stir it together. You can use a spoon. If you have a larger bowl, that helps. But for this one, we'll just keep it like that. Okay. And there we have our jicama mango salad. And then we'll move on to our bruschetta. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now, get my page over here. Okay, so bruschetta is really fun to make. It's so much simpler than you might think because it looks so fancy, but it's really not. It's just fun. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and start chopping my bruschetta bread. I'll just slice this one in half so it makes it easy to cut. I'm using the kids' knife here. Try each. Okay, so this, we just slice them like this. Okay, so now you have a nice little piece. To cut them in like 1/2-inch pieces, and we're going to put that on a cookie sheet with a parchment paper lining. We're going to drizzle those with olive oil in just a second here. Let me get this one. Alrighty, now that we have that, we are going to start our olive oil over the baguette and toast it. You can use a toaster oven, or I'm just going to use an oven today. Just going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil on each one. Toss that into the oven, okay, just for about 5 minutes. While that's cooking, we're going to come up here and get our bruschetta going. So first, let me just clean off my board again here. We're going to slice up some tomatoes. Okay, so I got a little more than a cup of tomatoes here. You can use cherry tomatoes. This is kind of a combo of cherry and heirloom, which is nice. Let's see, this knife. Okay, so So you're really just going to want to chop these in small little pieces because they're going to go on top of that toast there. And bruschetta is great for any kind of party, any after school activity. Kids love these little toasts because they can just eat it all in one nice bite. I'm just going to chop, chop, chop. While I'm chopping, I'm just going to tell you a little bit more about the cookbook and how we really got started creating so many recipes. When the kids were small, I just thought, you know, it would be so nice if I could just open up a book with all the recipes we use all the time. And I really thought that they could use that as they were getting older and once they moved out, so that they would have all of our family recipes in a book. And when I started thinking more about it, I thought, well, maybe I could just publish this, and that way all the kids could have a cookbook to help them learn how to cook and take on with them as they go to college and move out of the house, and then they'll have a bunch of fun recipes that they can make anytime. So that's really how it got going, and we're super excited that it's out and we have a physical copy now, so I'm so excited for you guys to see it and try out some recipes. So I can't wait to hear what you think. You'll have to pop on over the blog or social media and let us know if you try any of these recipes. Okay, so I'm going to just keep cutting these, and then we're going to cook them down. And it just takes a few minutes. Oh, I better check on my bread. Let's see. I better start my timer before I forget. Okay. So if the kids are having a hard time with their knives on these little tomatoes, just try to see if they have a serrated one. These serrated ones usually work really good, but sometimes they do get a little difficult to chop with. So you sometimes just help them out with the chopping, and then they can help you out with all the rest of the sauteing and cooking, and as they get older, they'll be using the real knives. Okay, we're going to stop at this. Okay, we're going to just, alright, so we've diced these. We're going to saute them in a little bit of olive oil and some garlic. I've got some garlic right here, and we're going to just go ahead and add the garlic to the pan. Go ahead and add these tomatoes and some olive oil. Okay, just a little bit of olive oil, about 2 tablespoons. I usually eyeball it, but you can use a measuring spoon if you'd like. And then we're just going to use a spoon to stir it all up. And we're going to let that cook down while the bread finishes up. It takes about, 5 minutes. And as that's cooking, we're going to just cut some basil here. So here's the cookbook, Cooking with Kids. All of these are really fun recipes you can check out. The content section is really easy to read for the kids as well as adults, and we have fun drinks, breakfast, lunchtime, snacks and sides, the kids' favorite main dishes, sweets and treats. And in the beginning, I have a nice little section here that teaches parents how to help their kids learn how to cook. And we also have this really awesome section here, which has little tools for little hands, as well as common kitchen tools, special tools for this book. And then we use these kids' knives. And these kids' knives really help with the kids because it's one of the first tools they'll learn how to use as kids. And then we go along and start to use all the other tools of the kitchen. Alright, so we have drinks, fun strawberry lemonade, smoothies, we have breakfast, banana bread, one of the favorites. Let's see, strawberry Nutella pancakes, scrambled egg bar. This book has just so many different ideas, but also things that kids know and love, like waffles, but a little spin. Made them Hawaiian waffles. And then we have orange cream French toast. And let's get to some lunch items here. We have lunchtime is the best time, some ham and cheese sliders, pepperoni and bacon pizza, turkey roll-ups. Let's see what else. Meatball Sammys, chicken noodle soup. So I wanted to keep recipes simple yet fun, and here we have fresh dill pickles. I don't know about you guys, but my kids love pickles. We have these easy little peanut butter banana bites. This is one of the more simple recipes, and each page we have instructions here that tell you if it's easy, medium, or hard. And then we also have these nice little graphics to tell you if there's going to be a knife or something hot involved. And then we have veggies, always trying to get the kids eating veggies, spam musubi, mashed potatoes. So it's really got just a variety of everything, some of your everyday items, plus some fun stuff like these mixed nuts are great for the holidays. And let's see, cranberry spinach salad. You might be like, oh my gosh, your kids eat salad. Sometimes not. But it's worth trying, right? Mongolian beef noodles. We have turkey bowls, cups, chili, shrimp, quesadillas. So really there's quite a range of different types of food, different levels of cooking, and then at the end we have a bunch of fun desserts, cookies, galettes, lemon crinkle, chocolate party mix. So it's all in here in Cooking with Kids. I hope you check it out. Order Cooking with Kids on Grajkowski.com.